Hello, ladies. Welcome to episode 16 of the Coincidental Trendsetters. I'm Sandra.
And I'm Lee.
And we're here just barely, but we don't know how we got here. So, Lee, it's been a week. We took last week off because we were both running crazy. And so we just gave ourselves a week off because that's the joy of being an entrepreneur. You can do that. Exactly. And so we are back this week and we want to talk about the topic of why clothes matter. So we've been in 16, I can't even believe that we've done this 16 times already. So we've been for 4 or 5 months, we've been talking about Cabby and why we love it and what we love about it and who is our ideal client and all of these things. But really we need to go back to the beginning and say, why does this matter? So as I was thinking of the topic to speak about today, I was really thinking about Lee and I specifically, since we are your coincidental trendsetters. And Lee and I are both educated people. Okay, we could probably do a lot of different things, but we don't have to do Cabby. We choose to do Cabby. And so I really wanted to dive into that. So Lee, let me throw it over to you. Why do you choose to do Cabby, or why do clothes matter to you?
I just have always felt like they really speak about who I am as a person. And when you're meeting someone, maybe it's even just like kind of casually, you're meeting them on the street or just around, you can't help when you don't know the person intently and their hearts and what they do, you kind of immediately see how they're dressed, right? So for me, I have always liked that part about being able to share who I am by what I wear and what I choose. We talk about at Cabby sometimes about what kind of dressers we are. For me, I'm kind of a classic dresser. I like very classic styles put together, very kind of slim lined, but I'm also very fascinated by women that put tons of different things together. And I wonder, like, what is she really like that she's doing that? But I just find clothing overall extremely fascinating. How about you?
So I come from the school of so I was an athlete growing up. You were too. Mm-hmm. So I took the other direction of probably and I have 4 brothers. We've said that before. So I didn't know anything about fashion. I didn't know, if it wasn't jeans and t-shirts, which is what my brothers wore, I didn't really know anything about it. And so I took the other side of the coin that clothes didn't matter. They don't matter. I mean, I'll put my hair up in a ponytail, which I still do, but whatever. That doesn't matter. I am who I am. And what would happen is when you have a very expressive face like I do, some may call it resting bitch face, and then you don't, clothes aren't really a priority. People were misreading me a lot. And it would appear like I didn't care about things. And I hated that because I care very deeply about things, but the way that I was showing up was not exhibiting that. So I really realized that it wasn't that I didn't want to look put together. And it wasn't that I do have more of a sporty vibe a lot of times anyway, but It wasn't like I didn't care about clothes. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to dress myself. And so this was where Cabby was really a big deal to me. And as we've dived deeper into this as an organization, within our Cabby organization, we've been studying about why clothes really do matter. And Lee, you have a great quote that I want you to share with all of them. Could you go ahead and do that?
Yeah. So a quote that I heard that I just think is so wonderful, and I'm going to read a second so that I can get it word for word, is our wardrobes contain some of our carefully worded visual autobiography. So then immediately you ask yourself, what do you want to say? Right?
Absolutely.
When you're getting dressed, what are you wanting to say that day?
And I think that's a big deal. And I actually think about that on a daily basis as well. It's not just about what I want to look like, or do I want someone to think that I look cute, or is that color? It's not even that. It's really, what is the story that I'm trying to tell today with my appearance? And some days it may be that I'm just showing up as authentic Sandra, and some days I won't wear makeup, not very often, but some days I'll wear a really cool pair of sneakers because I want to go with show that athletic side of me. But there's other times that I want to wear a nice heel and dress that up. So I've realized that dressing my body is really a canvas for whatever I'm wanting to put forth in the world. And so when you think about that, I think so differently about my career as a cabbie stylist, because if I'm able to do that for other people and able to help them to express who they are, how vital is
Well,
that
looks
for
like we're
people? That's
having some
really
technical
important.
difficulties.
Oh,
Shucks.
are you frozen? Looks like we lost Lee. So ladies, I'll just finish it up here and just let you know that we really think it's, oh, she's back. There we go. We are so honored to be able to be stylists because we are able to be part of that process of helping people express who they are. So as a teacher in schools, I see all the time different, even at a school with uniforms, which is, you know, meant to be uniform, kids find a way to express themselves. And that's why we see a lot with kids or anyone with different color hair, or, you know, I have a lot of piercings, which is not really normally in my personality. People, that's kind of surprising for people, but these are all expressions because, and everything tells a different story. So Lee, what do you try to tell as a story with your wardrobe?
I mean, I definitely agree with you that being a former athlete, there is an athletic side of me that I will not let go. I do work out every day. And in fact, worked out this morning and headed to the gym for the first time in about a year and a half.
Ooh.
And then I just was like, well, I'm out. Am I okay with wearing this outfit to Home Depot? And I was like, you know what? I am okay. And here's why. I just want to get in Home Depot and get out. I'm not there to talk to anybody. And that's what my appearance showed. This is a woman who is working out. She's on her way. She's got to get this as an errand and it's done. But if I do that every single day, then it comes across as unapproachable, right? If every time I go out and that's how I'm dressed and I just had something, then I don't give off more of a friendly vibe. I feel like when I instead put on a beautiful blouse like this, it's not just for you all to look pretty on screen, but also it makes me feel a little bit more feminine. It makes me feel a little bit more professional in my work environment, but also it's really comfortable. So I feel like I can move in it and be more myself. So I think that depending what your day is going to look like, and Sandra and I have talked about like being present in what you want to wear for your day and being authentic. And today, my morning part was very much like important to me to get a workout, important to me to go to this Home Depot, which I really didn't want to go to the Home Depot, right? And then showing up for my clients. Either on screen like I am with you, or I have to go over to a hostess's later and pick up the clothes, like then I'm going to look more professional, more confident because she relies on me to give her that fashion advice. And I want to be present with her in a way that's comfortable and fits that. So
I love that, Lee. So that Lee really eloquently shared, and I did too, with the stories of why clothes matter to us and why we took the next step to be stylists to help other people develop not only our stories, but their stories as well. Yeah. So I want you to really consider that when you're thinking about what's in your closet or thinking about what story you want to tell, make sure that every garment that you have is going to be unique to you and tells the story that you want to tell in conjunction with whatever mood you're in that day. So they don't all have to be the same, but they should all be authentically you. Yeah. And so we really want to be able to help you in that process. If you need any help curating your wardrobe, just like I needed help 9 years ago, we'd love to be able to help you in that area and just talk through what story what is your autobiography, which fashion really puts out into the world.
Yeah, we're so very glad that you all could be with us for this little tidbit today of Coincidental Trendsetters. We know that it may be a coincidence that you're here, but it is definitely not an accident. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.